This is a good thing. Let's jump into it. Coming to us from Stars and Stripes, the House passes a bill to rename San Jose VA Clinic after late NFL star and veteran Pat Tillman. Here we go. San Jose Veteran Affairs Outpatient Clinic may be renamed in honor of Bay Area native Pat Tillman, a former NFL player and U.S. Army veteran who died while serving in Afghanistan. The House of Representatives has passed a bill to rename the clinic in South San Jose Silver Creek area to the Corporal Patrick D. Tillman VA Clinic. Monterey Bay lawmaker Jimmy Panetta, who represents parts of Santa Clara County and Southern California Rep. Ken Calvert, have been spearheading this legislation. Tillman, a Bay Area native from South San Jose, was a starting safety for the Arizona Cardinals and played 4 seasons before walking away from a multi-million-dollar NFL contract to enlist in the U.S. Army following the September 11, 2001 attacks. He ultimately was killed in action in southeastern Afghanistan in 2004. Renaming the San Jose VA Clinic after Corporal Pat Tillman is about carrying on his legacy of patriotism and passion, as well as the progress we must make as a nation, the representative said. Tillman's service and his ultimate sacrifice and commitment for our country embodies the very spirit of America, and I agree with that. He and his younger brother Kevin joined the Army together, both serving in the 75th Ranger Regiment. Following his death, his family established the Pat Tillman Foundation, which provides college scholarships to military veterans, current service members, and their spouses. The organization hosts Pat's Run, an annual 4.2-mile race in Tempe, Arizona that draws tens of thousands of participants each spring. So it says Pat did nothing half-baked. He did everything with a full heart and represented the very best of our country in academics, athletics, and in service to the United States of America, the representative said. In this day of division and dysfunction, we must always be reminded of the service and sacrifice of our great nation that Corporal Tillman exemplified. One of 3 brothers, Tillman was born in Fremont but grew up in San Jose's Alameda Valley. The stadium in Leland High School, his alma mater, now bears his name. Pat Tillman answered the call of his country in the wake of September 11th, exchanging his Arizona Cardinals uniform for an Army Ranger uniform, the representative said. His extraordinary sacrifice embodies a patriotism that inspires so many to serve. And so before we wrap this up really quickly, I just kind of want to give us an overview of Pat Tillman's history and how he ended up being KIA in Afghanistan. So here we go. After the September 11th attacks and the subsequent U.S.-led invasion of Afghanistan, Tillman was moved to examine his priorities. He elected to turn down a contract with the Cardinals and to enlist in the Army after the conclusion of his 2001 season. He joined up in the spring of 2002 and trained to become an Army Ranger. Tillman was assigned to the 2nd Battalion of the 75th Ranger Regiment, and in 2003 he served his first tour of duty in Iraq, which the U.S. invaded in that year. In 2004, he and his unit were sent to Afghanistan to conduct operations to clear eastern Afghanistan of Taliban and Al-Qaeda fighters. Here we go. In April 2004, Tillman's platoon was sent to patrol in a Providence near the border with Pakistan, Following a breakdown of one of the patrol vehicles, the platoon was then separated into 2 groups. One stayed with the vehicle, and then one, which included Tillman, they proceeded to the nearby village. The group staying with the vehicle was caught in an enemy ambush. However, the first group turned back to join the fight. See, the lack of communication between the segments of the platoons caused the confusion that resulted in Tillman being killed by gunfire from the second group. Ouch. So as we like to say, blue on blue, or enemy friendly fire rather. The initial reports of Tillman's death stated that he was killed during the ambush. He was quickly awarded the Purple Heart and a Silver Star, and Senator John McCain at that time utilized him during a nationally televised memorial service. It was only much later, under pressure from Tillman's family and the news media, that it came out that Tillman had died in friendly fire. Subsequent investigations revealed that the actions had been taken to prevent the discovery of circumstances under which he had been killed in order to allow the Army and the administration at that time, run by Republican U.S. President George W. Bush, to earn increased public sympathy for the war efforts. So, of course, that aspect was wrong, but at least we got to the bottom of it. And, of course, it's always a misfortune, very unfortunate event when when a service member is killed by friendly fire. But, you know, I still think this is a good thing, because at the end of the day, Pat Tillman did jump up to answer the nation's call when we needed people to join the military and support the operations, whether you, you know, agree with what happened in Afghanistan and Iraq or not. I'm just talking about the fact that he jumped up to answer the nation's call to serve. So I'll put the article, the link to this article, in the description of this video. My name is Robin. I'm your retired Marine Corps First Sergeant for Report for Duty, and I hope to see you in the next video.